What's that big cheer behind you about? You turned around to see what was that cheer about? What's the announcement? Let's stay with the crowd. The atmosphere, I'm sure, will be electric. A lot of excitement there. Huge turnout of the Indian diaspora that resides in and around the UAE, especially around there are people who've come in from Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah and other areas, Dubai. This is the entire UAE that's turned out there in might and strength. So what's the announcement?
And Narendra Modi is here. The Prime Minister has arrived. Prime Minister has arrived, Anand, at the venue, the Zayed Sports Stadium, and I can see he's being received by a senior dignitary of the government of UAE. His convoy has just arrived inside the premises. He's being greeted by senior dignitary of the government of UAE, and there you see, he's being warmly received by the government of UAE and the other dignitaries. He's also being accompanied by the other dignitaries from the Indian diaspora, and the atmosphere here at Zayed Stadium has completely changed. Looking at the LED screens, giving pictures, visuals of Prime Minister's arrival at Zayed Stadium, and you can see people are on the both sides of.
Siddhant, if you have an LED, next to you, can you point your camera to that? If you have an LED next to you, can you point your camera to that? I know you are at a fair distance from the PM. Can you just point us to the Prime Minister's arrival? So there you're saying PM is arrived.
That's Prime Minister's That's Prime Minister's arrival, Anand. And you can see there's a sea of people, Anand, waiting for Prime Minister Modi. And they all have been waiting for these. You look at the crowd, Anand. Look at the crowd. People running. They were perhaps going towards the other side to catch the glimpse of the Prime Minister.
So everybody is running to the other side
for the Prime Minister Modi. Yes, Anand. And look at the other side. These people are also desperately waiting to catch a glimpse of Prime Minister Modi. Electrifying atmosphere, Anand. Cannot be defined, no words are enough to explain the electrifying atmosphere here at Zayed Stadium. I mean, look here, Anand. Look at the crowd.
We should have the visuals here too. So they have seen it there. We should have the visuals coming through the feed and the news agency in a bit. There is palpable excitement. Everybody eagerly waiting for the Prime Minister to enter the stadium. He has entered the stadium premises, the compound. So the welcoming committee outside the stadium. Plenty of Modi chants across the stadium that I can pick from your camera feed, Siddhant. This is exactly what happened back in Sydney, and it happens everywhere. There are a huge number of people who are waiting outside the stadium to catch a glimpse of the PM, to welcome him, and then they all start storming inside, and it's security protocol, and the PM gets in. The crowd that is waiting inside is eagerly waiting for him to catch a glimpse of him, and the moment he walks in, there will be huge cheers. And let's hope that he does get onto that open top vehicle and then does a full round of the Sheikh Zayed Stadium, because it's a huge stadium. There you go. Those are the pictures. Those are the pictures of Prime Minister Narendra Modi arriving at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium. So they are coming to us a little late, about 2 to 3 minutes late, but then that's the welcoming group that's welcomed him inside the stadium, right outside the stadium premises as he's walking in via the red carpet welcome. He will be then taken into a VIP area, awaiting a holding area where there will be a few selected dignitaries and members of the UAE community, the Indian diaspora there, and also members that are officials of the government there. He will be meeting with them. Usually there are some photo ops that are planned photo ops that are quickly run through. It's all an interaction of about 5 to 10 minutes before he will enter the stadium. So that's what happens. So traditional welcome there for the Prime Minister. Far away from home, but the message of world is one. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam lit on the sides as he is walking through. The message of peace, harmony, message of Bharat working as the catalyst between nations to bring nations together. Ahlan Modi or Hi Modi, welcome Modi. Those are the messages. This is a beautiful view of the entire Sheikh Zayed Stadium lit, and now it's going dark. It's going dark because then the spotlight will... Spotlight will then be shown on the man that this crowd has been waiting for, to listen to watch, to meet and to greet. And that's Prime Minister Narendra Damodar Das Modi, who will be making his way in. Siddhant, silence around you. What's happening?
It's Modi which
the
is
Modi
happening around me. In
chants.
fact, right behind me you can see the laser lights. Laser lights have been switched on, and it's a complete different arena that has been created. And as you rightly pointed out, all lights are going to be on the man that these people have been waiting for. Look at the crowd, and there is no difference between the popularity what we witness in India and here in UAE. I mean, 30 million diaspora, 45,000 people attending this event. 3 months of rehearsals. They have taken off, they have taken leaves, Anand, to prepare for this grand event. I have spoken to many of them, and every day they used to come from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, Sharjah to from Dubai to Abu Dhabi, from Sharjah to Abu Dhabi to prepare for this grand event. So the level of excitement is completely different, Anand. The entire atmosphere is electrifying, and it's a historic times that we are living in as far as India UAE ties.
So the PM has entered the stadium. Let me just quickly get Professor Brahmachalani in, and the popularity that the PM enjoys among the masses is huge. It's immense. There is a lot of preparation that's gone in behind this community event. But what is the significance of the UAE Connect, Professor Brahmachalani, in these current times? The timing of this visit, how would you read the messaging? This comes at the back of Qatar's extension and the Amir and the equations prevailing, the freedom for the 8 Navy veterans in this region. There has also been strife, the Israel-Hamas war and so many other issues that's plagued the Middle East. What is Bharat's role here, and how is this visit going to be important? They have launched UPI there and the RuPay card system today.
That's right.
G.
I know that the two things that stand out. First, the fact that no previous Indian Prime Minister reached out to the Indian diaspora the way Modi has done, the way Modi has been addressing big audiences, largely made up of Indians living abroad. This outreach to Indians is now an important component of Indian diplomacy. The way, for example, Modi in Houston, Texas, addressed a rally of 59,000 Indian Americans, but then President Trump in attendance, along with a number of US congressmen and senators. Or, for example, in February 2020 in Ahmedabad, when President Trump came to India, this was the largest rally any American president has ever addressed, at home or abroad. But those kinds of events, whether largely organized abroad, but sometimes, like in the case when President Trump came here, organized in India, and also when the Australian Prime Minister was here, he also addressed a huge rally in Gujarat. And I think this is a new facet to Indian diplomacy. The other part of your question about Qatar. Qatar is a very interesting country. It's important to India because it's a very it's a gas-rich country and will remain a very important exporter of LNG, which India needs a lot. And the demand for LNG in India will only increase substantially in the years to come. But Qatar, unlike the UAE, uses its gas wealth to prop up violent jihadists elsewhere, like Hamas, like the Muslim Brotherhood. It tries to be both an arsonist and a firefighter, just like Pakistan.
Right.
And it leverages that its capacity to bankroll jihadists, to play the role of a mediator, that the way it's doing right now between Israel and Hamas. And it can be a troublemaker for India. We have seen that. We saw how it led the protests when Nurpur Sharma made ill-advised comments in middle of 2022. It was Qatar which spearheaded the Gulf protests. It was Qatar that summoned the Indian ambassador. And then within a few months of that, it arrested 8 ex-Indian Navy men who were in Doha working as consultants and held them in solitary confinement for 17 long months.